Hello, Cuse fans. What an interesting week. Our two return games on the road, but you know, what is it with Syracuse that they want to give everybody a coronary? Oh, we'll find out. Come to Dewey's Third Ward Tavern. Come to Dewey's Bridge Street here in Seneca Falls. Bridge Street here in Seneca Falls. Dewey's has the NFL ticket and the NFL network. Come to Dewey's. I'll see you here. Well, this was the little lull before the storm, Cuse fans. Before the big game against Villanova. Before the 34,000 fans that packed the dome that's gonna make it a wild show. Our two return games on the road were this past week. First, against our all-hailed rivals down in Washington, D.C., those good old Georgetown Hoyas. Or if you're a Cuse fan like me and a lot of others who watch this, the bad old Georgetown Hoyas. But you know, it looked as though we were going to blow them right out of their home building when it started. Heck, we were up by 23 points. But you know how Greg Monroe and those Hoyas can be in their home arena. They come clawing their way back. And boy, it made for some real interesting and real heart-stopping moments. Heart-stopping to say the least. Heck, even Dick Vitale I thought was going to have a coronary call in the game. But you know, baby, he didn't faint, neither did I. Even when the Hoyas did tie it. 'Cause you know, Andy Rowton's had one career game that night. And also, it came down to something like in another game the Orange are not known for. Good free throw shooting. That's what sealed the game. And that's what I call a little bit of a great escape from Washington, D.C., Cuse fans. What a way to beat the Hoyas. What a way to sweep the season series. Although we'll wonder if we may meet them again in the big circus down in New York City, which is in only a couple of weeks, Cuse fans. Get yourselves ready. Hopefully there won't be another 6 in the city like against UConn. But of course, that became the greatest Cuse game of all time. Or maybe, arguably. Well, we may put a poll to that sooner or later. Heck, Troy Nunes is an absolute magician, might want to put a poll up on his blog. Or Brent Axe might want to put a poll up on his show. But whatever. Another great victory by the Orange over the Hoyas. And then we went to the smallest state in the Union against another one of our rivals who we seem to have pretty good luck in their arena. Anybody for Dunkin' Donuts, anyone? They got a center for it in Providence against those pesky Friars. I think I'll have a double chocolate and a mocha. But sooner or latte, we're going to have to review this game, shall we? Review we shall. The Cuse again jump out to a big lead. But again, they seem to want to not coast like they have in recent games. And then, of course, the Friars came roaring back. They took some Dunkin' Donuts out of those Friars, and they came roaring back to take an 8-point lead right by the half. Although it was reduced to 5 by Mr. Routens. But then when the second half opened, the Cuse started opening up the floodgates. And of course, when you got high scoring, you know you don't want to challenge these Orange, baby. And look at Andy Routens, another career game. And speaking of career games, 00 Rick Jackson really had a career game, didn't he? Boy, 99 points, our biggest output of the year almost. Of course, you can say that about one of our earlier games, but it would have been nice to hit the century mark. And you know what? The Q's probably made some Las Vegas bettors really mad. But you know, I'm no better. I just love the orange. Pun somewhat intended. And cue the Toto music, shall we? 99. I can take what the... Oh, I gave up the money I gave up for music lessons long ago. Cue Toto, cue everybody. 99 points against those Friars. And we didn't have to eat too many donuts. 99-85. A game that could have been a trap game, but thankfully wasn't. Because you know, it's now the big two coming up. Our two last home games of the season. One against our big rival from the Triple Crown. Our third rival from what I call the Triple Crown. You know, what is it about Philadelphia? Philadelphia's got some pretty good universities. Heck, they got Temple. Heck, they got University of Pennsylvania. They got St. Joseph's. They got Drexel. They got Philadelphia University, who's a rival of SU's crosstown mates, Lemoyne. But you know, Villanova is the team. Even if they aren't really the ones that we want to have coming from the fourth largest city of the United States. Villanova, baby. You know, 34,000 fans can't be wrong. This is going to be one hell of a game. 34,000, hopefully to watch those Orange, who are going to hopefully crush a bunch of Wildcats who've been struggling recently. And after Villanova, we got a team that in the past was one of our big rivals. But you know, when Louis Carnesecca retired, they kind of lost something. But you know, St. John's is St. John's. Even if they had to change their nickname once from the Redmen because they didn't want to offend our Native American friends, to the Red Storm. Of course, a Red Storm is what you get if you watch Flash Gordon. Flash! Ah! I can't do it like Freddie Mercury. But you know, these are the last two home games, and then we got one more against another bunch of Reds. Our Reds that seem to have our number. The Louisville Cardinals. They are an albatross of a Cardinal, but hopefully we won't be Goonie Birds again against Rick Pitino and company, and then it'll be the big circus down in New York, folks. I can't wait. I'm Ken Haas. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's go, Cuse. Even if I can't get into Club 44, it's gonna be one hell of a game. You know you don't want to challenge these Orange, baby.